Have you ever noticed how certain things just seem to change faster than you expected as the years go by? Maybe climbing a flight of stairs leaves you a bit more winded, or remembering the name of a neighbor you've known for years suddenly slips your mind. Or perhaps you've found yourself thinking more often about your future, your independence, and how you want to spend your days. If so, you're not alone, and it's nothing to feel bad about. Aging brings new challenges, but also new wisdom today. We're going to talk about something that often goes unspoken: the realities of life after 80. It's a stage many of us reach with little preparation for what it actually feels like. Today, the goal here isn't to scare you, far from it. I want to share some honest truths, along with helpful tips, so you can navigate this chapter of life with confidence, self-awareness, and even joy. In this video, we'll go over 5 important realities to understand as we grow older, and some simple things you can do to handle them with grace. Think of this as sitting down with a good friend who's sharing some life advice over a warm cup of tea. So, let's get started. One of the first things many people notice after 80 is a change in energy levels. Have you ever woken up in the morning and, even after a full night's sleep, still felt a little sluggish? Maybe tasks that once seemed simple, like grocery shopping or gardening, now feel like they take twice as much effort. This is perfectly normal. As we age, our body's metabolism slows down, muscle mass decreases, and our recovery time takes a bit longer. But here's the good news: you're not powerless against this. Something as small as adding light stretching in the morning or taking a leisurely walk after breakfast can make a world of difference. The key is consistency, not intensity. For instance, I know a gentleman named Frank who's 85. Every morning, rain or shine, he does a few gentle stretches while listening to his favorite oldies station. It's not a full workout, but it keeps him limber, gets his blood flowing, and gives him a positive start to the day. Over time, he's noticed he has more energy throughout the afternoon. It's these small habits that add up and help you feel more vibrant now. While we're talking about physical changes, let's touch on something that's just as important and often overlooked, and that's the reality of shrinking social circles. It's a hard truth. After 80, you may notice that friends and loved ones aren't as present as they used to be. Some move away to live closer to family, others may experience their own health struggles, and sadly, some pass on. This can leave many seniors feeling isolated, even if they're surrounded by family. It's crucial to acknowledge this, because isolation can sneak up on you and lead to feelings of sadness or even depression. But again, there are ways to stay connected. Consider joining a local club or senior center. Many of them offer wonderful programs, from book clubs and exercise classes to simple coffee meets. If you're not sure where to start, reach out to your local library or community center. They're often more than happy to point you in the right direction. Another simple step is making phone calls a part of your routine. I know a lovely woman named Helen. She's 82, who sets aside Wednesday afternoons just for phone chats. She has a list of old friends and family she calls just to catch up. It's a small act, but it keeps her connected, and she always says it brightens her week. Never underestimate the power of a familiar voice on the other end of the line. Before we continue, if you're finding these tips helpful so far, please take a moment to click the like button and subscribe to this channel. We share videos like this regularly to help you stay healthy, positive, and empowered, no matter what age you are. And your support really helps us keep creating content that serves this wonderful community. Now that we've talked about changes in energy and staying connected socially, let's explore another reality many seniors face after 81 that can feel particularly challenging: the gradual loss of independence. You may find that tasks you used to do without a second thought, driving at night, cooking meals, or managing household chores, now require more care or even assistance. And that can be frustrating. It's completely normal to feel a bit of resistance to this change. After all, independence is something we all value deeply. But here's a gentle reminder: accepting help when needed is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of wisdom. Think of it this way: by allowing others to assist you when necessary, you're preserving your energy for the things that matter most. Maybe that means asking a neighbor to help with heavy lifting or arranging for grocery delivery. It can also mean embracing new tools, like a walker or grab bars in the bathroom, that help you move safely and confidently around your home. I remember a gentleman named Bill, a retired carpenter, who resisted using a cane for years because he felt it made him look old. But after one too many close calls on icy sidewalks, he finally started using one, and you know what he said? "I wish I'd done this sooner." The cane gave him the freedom to walk around town again without fear of falling. Sometimes, adapting doesn't mean giving up independence. It means creating a new kind of freedom. Now that we've covered how to manage shifts in energy, stay socially connected, and embrace the changes that come with aging, let's keep going and talk about another important reality of life after 80. Many seniors start to notice their world gradually getting smaller, not just in terms of social circles, but in how often they get out and engage with the wider community. It might begin with giving up a favorite driving route because traffic feels overwhelming, or skipping an event because it seems like too much effort. Over time, these small choices can quietly add up, leading to fewer outings and more time spent at home. While some days of rest are important, it's equally important to keep a sense of adventure and curiosity alive, even at 80, 85, or beyond. Life still holds so many beautiful moments, but you have to make the effort to go out and find them. It doesn't have to mean traveling to far-off places. It could be as simple as visiting a new cafe, taking a stroll through a different park, or attending a local community talk or art show. I knew a couple, Arthur and June, both in their 80s, who made it their goal to try one new place every month. Sometimes it was a farmer's market they hadn't visited in years. Other times it was an unfamiliar walking path. The point wasn't to fill their schedule, it was to stay connected to the world around them, to keep life interesting and full of little joys. Another thing that often changes after 80 is the way we relate to our bodies. Things we took for granted in younger years, quick reflexes, sharp eyesight, steady balance, can start to decline. You might notice your gait slowing or feel a bit more cautious when walking on uneven ground. These changes can be frustrating, even scary at times, but accepting them rather than ignoring or fighting them is key to staying safe and healthy. One of the smartest things you can do is focus on maintaining strength and balance. This doesn't mean hours in a gym. Gentle chair exercises, Tai Chi or yoga designed for seniors can work wonders. Many community centers and even YouTube channels offer guided sessions you can do right in your living room. There was a man named Sam who shared his story with me. He started doing a simple 10-minute balance routine 3 times a week after he stumbled while walking to get the mail. He said that after a few months, he felt steadier on his feet, more confident even on uneven ground. That kind of progress isn't about turning back the clock. It's about giving yourself the best quality of life right now at this stage. It's also wise to take a fresh look at your home environment. Ask yourself, is this space helping me stay safe and independent? Are there rugs that could trip me up? Is the lighting bright enough to clearly see pathways at night? These small adjustments can make your home a safer, more comfortable place to enjoy each day. And speaking of adjusting to new realities, one of the most delicate and often most difficult aspects of life after 80 is coping with loss. Whether it's the loss of a spouse, close friends, or even cherished routines that are no longer possible, these experiences can bring profound grief. And the truth is, grief doesn't follow a set timeline. It ebbs and flows, sometimes catching you off guard when you least expect it. It's so important to give yourself permission to feel whatever emotions arise: sadness, loneliness, even anger. These feelings are natural, and there's no shame in them. But it's also important not to become isolated in your grief. Reaching out, whether to a support group, a counselor, or simply a trusted friend, can be incredibly healing. I once met a woman named Margaret who lost her husband after 52 years of marriage. For a long time, she kept to herself, not wanting to burden anyone. But when she finally joined a widow's lunch group at her community center, she discovered a circle of people who truly understood what she was going through. That simple step helped her rediscover laughter and companionship at a time when she thought joy was beyond her reach. If you've experienced loss, remember, healing is not about forgetting. It's about finding ways to carry love and memories forward while continuing to live fully in the present. You deserve happiness, even after deep loss. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this video and finding it helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue to share tips and encouragement for living well at every age. And I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to leave a comment below about what's helped you stay positive and healthy in your 80s and beyond. Now that we've explored how staying active, maintaining balance, and processing loss all play a role in shaping life after 80, let's move into another important aspect that often goes unspoken. The emotional shift that comes with realizing that time feels more precious and sometimes more limited than ever before. For many people over 80, there's a new kind of awareness about how each day matters. You might find yourself reflecting more on the past, thinking about the choices you've made, the relationships you've built, and even the things you didn't get around to doing. This is perfectly natural and actually a very healthy process. The key is to approach these reflections with kindness toward yourself. It's easy to fall into regret. I wish I'd traveled more, or I should have called my brother more often, but dwelling on what's behind you can steal the joy from the time you still have ahead. Instead, try shifting your focus toward what is still possible today. I once spoke with a gentleman named Leo, who told me something beautiful. He said, "I used to think my best years were behind me. Now, I focus on making today the best day I can, and that's made all the difference." For Leo, that meant spending more time with his grandchildren, tending to his garden, and writing stories about his life to pass along to his family. Simple acts like these, whether it's sharing wisdom with loved ones, picking up a hobby you enjoy, or even writing letters to old friends, can fill your days with purpose. Remember, purpose doesn't have to be grand. It just has to be meaningful to you. And while you're thinking about purpose, Don't forget to care for your emotional well-being, too. It's easy to fall into routines that feel comfortable but leave little room for joy. Make space for things that bring you happiness, whether that's listening to your favorite music, watching a sunset, or even learning something new. Yes, even after 80, your mind is capable of growth and discovery. I've known people who started painting for the first time in their 80s, or began learning a new language just to keep their mind sharp. One woman I met, Eleanor, began attending a memoir writing class at 84. She said it gave her something to look forward to each week, and helped her see her life story in a new, richer light. No matter your interests, nurturing your mind and spirit is just as important as caring for your body. Every day is a new opportunity to experience, to connect, and to create meaning. And perhaps the most important thing to remember, especially after 80, is this: be gentle with yourself. It's easy to compare what you can do now to what you once did with ease, but comparison often robs you of gratitude for what you can do today. Celebrate the victories, no matter how small they may seem. Maybe you cooked a nice meal, walked to the corner store, or remembered a funny story to tell a friend. These moments matter. They're part of the rich, textured life you continue to create each day. Aging isn't about decline, it's about transformation. Yes, there are changes and challenges, but there's also wisdom, resilience, and a deepened sense of appreciation that younger folks often miss. And by recognizing these realities and embracing them with grace, you can continue to live fully, richly, and with joy. So, as we've talked about today, energy may change, social circles may shift, independence may require adaptation, grief may visit us, and time may feel more precious than ever. But none of these realities mean life can't be beautiful after 80. In fact, they make the beauty of each moment shine even brighter. Remember, small choices, moving a little each day, connecting with others, staying curious, and being kind to yourself can lead to big differences in how you feel. You've already come so far, and there is still so much to enjoy. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What has helped you stay positive, active, and joyful in your 80s or beyond? Please share in the comments below. Your experiences might inspire someone else watching today, and if you enjoyed this video, please take a moment to like it and subscribe to the channel. We post regular content to support your health, happiness, and well-being, because every chapter of life deserves to be celebrated. Here's to living your best life at any age. Take care, and thank you so much for spending this time with me today.